What's up, guys? Once again, didn't test this, but it all looks like it's working just fine. I got this new tripod and it sucks. I thought it would allow me to not look like I was always looking above the camera. Oh, wait, I gotta turn my computer off. Looks like it's working just fine. I got this new tripod and it's. Sorry. Alright, hopefully I don't move this much. Let's see. Welcome. Wait, how do I already have. How... Okay, well, welcome to the new members. Is that Mecca? Marshall? Something like that? Hopefully I'm not saying that too far off. And then, who else is showing? Oh, Rocky. Rocky, I thought you were already a member. Alright, hold on, let me catch up. How do I already have a super chat? It doesn't say who it was from. But thanks. There's already 15 of you in here in a members only chat, so that's pretty badass. 12 likes. Can't complain. Can't complain. Oh, we need to change the member account. I need to go look at that real quick. I'm obviously really prepared today. Give me 1 second here. Your channel. Let's see. All right. What's up, everybody? Let me see. Andrew, are you still out of town? You were in like Maryland, Massachusetts. One of the ones that starts with an M is on the Northeast. I remember that. I just don't remember which one. I think I always get those two mixed up. Go to this and see how many members. We had a bunch of new members joined in the last like day. Like since the last live, we had a bunch of new members. Oh yeah, we're at 65 now, so we had 4 new members join. Where is? I feel like I'm unprepared for this one somehow. 65. Sweet. Okay. Hi. Welcome, everybody. Andrew, wait. Are you traveling for? I thought you said you were traveling for work. Are you doing locksmith stuff? Like far away? How does that work? What up, Jeff Marr? Jimmy? I can't get my YouTube to do anything. What's that mean? Late to the game. Someone did one earlier. I read it somewhere. Yeah. Pump them likes up, people. Yeah. Maryland. Oh, yeah. See, I thought it was Maryland. I just wasn't 100% sure. Oh, dang, Jimmy. Coming in hot with that donation. Who donated money before it even started? It doesn't show me who it is. Oh, you know what? I could probably look on my page. Normally it tells me in the chat. I think you guys also see the same thing, probably. But this time it didn't say who it was. Oh, Deep Stage Coatings. It was Steve. Got it. Hi, Steve. Welcome. Wait, didn't Steve say he was coming in? Is he back in here? He said he was going to take a nap in our chat. I didn't see his name in here anywhere. Oh, it skipped a bunch of people, though. Oh, NGM Coatings, JC's Coatings, Fast 450. Hi. Welcome. White Pony. Sorry, I don't know. I don't know why it seems like it's skipping. Oh, all right. Yeah. Well, I missed it. Actually, well, thanks, Steve and Jimmy. I'm gonna do a members only giveaway thing, but I think I'm not gonna require anybody donates money or anything. I think I'm just gonna give it away. If any of you guys that were in the last Q&A that I did, that was kind of for everybody. I tried to do a giveaway that, I mean, the giveaways worked, but they ran into kind of various problems, and I want to do kind of some more stuff for the members. The members right now, there's not a ton of benefit to being a member, other than you benefit. I mean, you're supporting the channel, I guess, and you get the members only Q&A. But the couple new people that I've been talking with for sponsors, we're gonna start doing members only giveaways. Probably not quite to the same extent as we're doing everybody else, but people are going to be getting stuff just for being members. I don't pay for the stuff that they're donating for the for giveaways like these various sponsors that I've been working with. So it seems like it'd be a good thing to, hook people up who are already members and already supporting the channel. I always try to do more for the channel members anyway, but yeah, there's actually a couple channel members, like gun purchasers, some of the people who haven't gotten them that I've set some stuff aside to include just because they were channel members who also bought guns. So, White Pony, there's a giveaway tonight, but it's not based on anything. It's just if you're in here, if you're a channel member, you don't even necessarily have to be in here, I guess technically. That's why I took. Okay, good. I just had to look over the screen. I took the text off the screen. Is it this side? No, it's this side. Everything's backwards. There's two images in front of me that are reversed. So I'll try to announce like if there's ever giveaways that involve like donating and being cool and all that shenanigans. Tom was taking a nap. Let's see. We do warehouse setup for camera access control and data drops. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, it was poor JS for sure. Luckily, I talked to that dude. He's probably in the top 5 people in from this channel that I talked to. So, we'll get him situated. Actually, watching from home instead of driving down the highway this time. Well, it's probably safer. I mean, it depends on the highway. I've been on some highways you could definitely watch a movie on. All right, well, we're here. Do you guys have any questions or anything? We can kick this off. Oh, MGM Coatings, thank you, sir. I just saw that. I feel like it popped up above, but didn't show me in the actual chat for some reason. Now it's showing me in the chat. So if you guys have questions, blaze them through. Or don't. Just make me sit here creepily. Oh yeah, I should mention that Amy won't be here tonight. I mean, she's actually here. She's just doing some paperwork for me, trying to find out. No, she's just doing paperwork for me. We'll just say that. Let's see. Legendary coating. What's the new gun? The gun that I posted a picture of today is a Gema Optiflex Pro, box fed. I assume all the pros are box fed because they actually have a setting that will convert it to hopper fed with the push a button kind of a thing. It's a long story. I was contacted by a company about potentially buying one of these guns. I don't necessarily have an interest in buying one of these guns. I was initially quoted $6,200 for this unit. In talking with them, the price has come down significantly. The price has actually come down to what a Gema Optiflex 2B is currently, which it's cheap. So, well, cheap for the gun. Definitely not cheap. They left it with me for a while. They want me to give it a whirl and see if I like it. They're basically trying to do the thing where if I test drive it, I'll love it enough to buy it. So, let's see. It's me, the owner, and another locksmith. Oh, well, that makes sense then. So you travel just to do those installs? I guess I feel like that's a thing that you could charge a lot for if you're traveling just to do it. Let's see. I'm happy I finished the mini parts today. Nice, Jimmy. And I saw the server guys finally paid. So that's cool. Let's see. Any news? I think I hit the thing that makes this scroll really slow on my computer. It showed me that there's more replies, but this little thing like loads and then it pops one up, and then it loads and then pops one up, and it's never done that before. Any news on the wheel polisher? What's funny about the wheel polisher is I actually just had to order a second one. Ideally, what you want is 3. I'm not going to get 3. Actually, I don't know if I have the power here to even run 3 at once with everything else that I have going on. But I did just order a second one to kind of speed up the process a little bit. Basically, there's 3 stages of polishing. The first one's going to handle the first 2, and the last one is going to handle, the third stage, or the second one's going to handle the last stage. But that's the one that takes the longest. So, sorry, I'm replying to a text real quick. Let's see. Square root of pi. I don't know. I remember it's 3.14, but that's the only ones that I remember, Steve. I don't remember any of the ones that go beyond that. How am I going to fix this stupid candy job from hell? I need these PSs out of my shop. I don't know, Jimmy. You've definitely been struggling with those, and I don't. I mean, I'm saying I've tried to help in the chat, but like I don't even know how to help with it for the most part. I still think laying them down so they're face up is going to be your best bet. Trying to get the color in from the back as best you can, so you don't have to worry about it building on the front, is probably another great way of trying to help with that. Hey, you guys that are looking at this screen, is there a black box at the bottom of the screen right now? It's showing it in my window, which I've never noticed before, but I'm not looking at the actual feed. So if you guys can tell me, that would be great, because it means I changed the setting. Andrew, I guess I probably kind of just answered. I don't think I'm supposed to say the price that they're offering to me now, because it's because of the channel, honestly, and then some work that's been now going on with Gema, apparently. They relayed that information to a local supplier who reached out to me, and so I'm guessing I don't get to say it. I don't want to say the price just in case. It's still a lot. It's still way more than I would want to spend on a powder coating unit. They tried to get you to buy it for that big price. Yeah, they're trying. I mean, the guy was super nice. You know, he came down, he set it all up, he ran through all the settings with me. He got the app on my phone. It was a brand new unit. I mean, he literally took it out of the box at my shop. So, pretty wild. Let's see, Andrew, a part of Maryland. That one's up for me. Did tell me what's going on? Okay, job. What's wrong? Chris, what's the mind blown celebration thing? What is that? What is that? Legendary coating. So is it better than the gun I got from you? Yeah. So this one's just, the gun you got from me is obviously a Chinese replica of the Optiflex 2B. I think in your case was the 2B, your box fed, if I remember correctly. That's a replica of the Gema 2B, and this one is the Optiflex Pro, which is the newest version. So it's basically just, a newer version of that same gun. The Optiflex 2 has been kind of weird. A lot of people said the original Optiflex was better than the Optiflex 2. Some of the people that had issues, there was a lot of issues, I know, with original Gema stuff with the Optiflex, or the Optiflex, the Cascade board thing in them. I assume the Chinese replicas of those don't have the same problem, but I don't, I haven't had any problems yet, I guess is what we'll say. But this is just the newer version. This is like the bigger, better. You can control the whole thing from your phone. It has 20 presets, has a couple different self-cleaning modes. It has a job calculator, so it'll know how much powder that you're going through, and if you put in just the powder value, like how much it is per pound, it'll actually calculate a job based on how much time you're spraying and some things like that. So it's got a bunch of really cool features. It just, for a custom shop or a job shop, which is what I would be considered in the powder world, a lot of those features aren't of much use to me. Even the Bluetooth communication, like being able to control stuff via Bluetooth, isn't super important to me. I can just reach over and push the button, so it's not that big of a deal. Oh yeah, same company sends you all over. Oh, well, that's cool then. Yeah, O'Malley or Jimmy, Robert he just has one, but that's the thing. Like, I don't want to have to change media every time. And ideally, if you can have two set up, you could be running one media in one and one in the other, so you're effectively getting, in theory, you're getting twice as much done. That's not actually true, like mathematically, but it's close. These are the wheels from hell, Jimmy. You really hate those wheels, man. Shoot it hot. No, don't listen to him. God's sakes. I did. You know what was funny is I was super stoked to see that guy in the UKC Army page, who he had always sprayed hot. I don't think he had ever sprayed wheels cold, and then he started spraying wheels cold. So And he liked it. He seemingly liked it. He had positive things to say about it, so that was nice. You see 4 ads. No. On the bottom of the screen, though, does anybody see like a black line? Dale Williams, is it a thing to do? Is what a thing to do, good sir? Eye Candy Coatings, what's up? Eye Candy Coatings, were you a different name before? Your name doesn't look familiar in the member list, but that doesn't mean it's not there. I don't know. It's not like I read the member list constantly or anything. Actually, I guess now I think about it, your name does sound familiar. Gonna be laying on the damn floor eating powder. Cancer, here I come. There's actually no evidence to indicate that it's bad for you, other than the fact that it's particulate being in your lungs. Powder, there still has been no like studies that showed anything negative like that. Sorry, I'm having to look over this camera now because I put it on this stupid tripod. Held for review. Premium Wheels, Texas. Send me images. I do candy colors. Oh, I have to approve this message. Oh, it's because you put your name. Doesn't want you advertising. I can come over and visit now. Laurel is a bad thing. Can't afford that gun yet. I'm going to get the HS. Yeah. That the gun. I mean, $6,200 is what they quoted me initially, and that it's a lot. It's a lot. Let's see. Oh, god damn it! I hate the fact that this thing scrolls all the way to the bottom every time I touch the mouse to go down. Can't afford new gun yet. Legendary coating, yeah. Oh yeah, so you got a box fed. So yours is basically an Optiflex 2B. That's the the B is the box fed part of it. The Hopper ones I think actually have I want to say are F or something weird. So the unit that you got from me is like a copy of the predecessor to this, I guess is the best way I can explain it. As far as I know, China doesn't currently make any copies of the Optiflex Pro. From the news of 2 wheel polishers, yeah, I'm pretty stoked on it because it just seemed like the right thing to do. And when I started kind of organizing things, I was like, oh, I have the room for this now. Changing around some of the stuff in the shop, and it just made sense to go that route. It did involve me I'm gonna have to get pallet racks now to put stuff above all of the new pieces of equipment that are going in, which wasn't the plan, but it was kind of inevitable. After a while, I figured it would be. Do the non-box fed units still have the self-clean function? Yeah, so that's one of the things I kind of want to explain maybe about the self-cleaning function is great if you're going black to black or black to, even blues or something similar. The self-cleaning function is great. And as a whole, they're good, whether it's between my units or like the actual Gema, Optiflex stuff. But if you're going like a drastic color change, even the reps will tell you, pull things apart, blow air through them. That same backer rod scenario that I've talked about in video, I want to say it's probably video 80. That same backer rod scenario is great for cleaning out hoses and stuff. The self cleaning is great. It's not going to be absolutely perfect. But it does. Yeah, the box fed units versus the hopper fed. The cleaning function is still there. It's just if you're doing a major color change, you're still gonna have to do some cleaning. But it's when I say some cleaning, I can clean this Optiflex Pro. I can clean it in a couple minutes. 2-3 minutes. So get it with the polish equipment, Jimmy. Why is Laurel a bad thing? I have no idea what you guys are talking about with that part, so I'm gonna let that one just ride out. Do hate these wheels. Nick, I'll message you later about it. Jeff, when you're saying with all the social media on it, what is that? Am I missing something? Oh, Lionel. Okay, you changed your name to Eye Candy Coatings on here. That's why I was like, man, that name sounds familiar, but I don't remember seeing that in the members list. But that makes sense. That's a cool name. I actually kind of like that name. I'm not gonna say I'm low key jealous, but I have always hated the name that I picked for myself. It was like in a pinch, last minute, rushed to come up with a name as I was doing some paperwork, and I mean, it worked. It is what it is. Ricardo's asking me, I posted a pic. Oh, you did in our chat? Let me go look real quick. Okay, there's no black line. Okay, cool. I was just curious. It's weird because in the studio thing, I know you guys don't see the backside of this, obviously, but it looks much different than it did before. That's why I was confused. It's got like a weird black line on it. Might have just been the way the page loaded. No big deal. Let's see. The problem with the out of town jobs normally is don't see much other than job site and the hotel. Yeah, no, I've been there before. I used to go do contract. I used to do like commercial sign design. And do complicated, but I did some other layout work, and I had to go there and basically oversee the changing over of like stores. There was a chain of grocery stores in LA, and I think there was some in Vegas that they were changing the whole look of the store, and I was part of that, but I had to go through and actually like watch the workers change over the store. And we worked at night, so it was the same thing. I'd work through the night when the store was closed. When the store went to open, we'd have to be out, packed up and out of the store, and then I would head to the hotel and sleep. Sometimes I'd just go straight to golf and then go back to the hotel. But JW Henry. Oh wait, I missed it. The problem with that time. Oh yeah. That being said, he went out to Napa Valley and got shit faced. Hit them wineries like a boss, Andrew. I need a cool name for my business. Well, if there's one thing I can tell you, JW Henry, is don't dwell on the name too much. There's a guy. If you get on YouTube, well, I mean, if you continue to stay on YouTube, I guess. There's a guy named Gary Vaynerchuk, and he talks about naming your business and how people worry too much about the name. And then he points out that there's a bunch of companies now that we think are good names, but before they were big companies, nobody cared. I mean, do you think like Walmart is really a great name for a business? Is one of his examples, or McDonald's? Like Dairy Queen. Like these aren't great names for businesses, but we all know them as something great to some degree now, obviously. Parker Ionics, Jimmy's favorite gun. He's a big endorser of that gun, you guys. Just so you know. Rockies, Rucks. Are you going to sell reps of those ones? No, I don't think there's any reps available for those ones. With that being said, I guess if given the opportunity, I might, just because they're probably better, just because it's newer technology. But no, I mean, the one that you got from me is kind of in the same boat. I think you got the hopper feed, if I remember correctly. I hope that's right. Those are still kind of like the best that I can offer as it stands right now. And hopefully yours has been delightful the whole time. Be a bummer if it wasn't. Let's see. Damn, you got a nice gun. Weird you're having issues. See, Ricardo, I don't think that's true. I think he doesn't like the gun as much as you might. Let's see. Let's see. On the trip to Denver, boss took us skiing. Well, not much else to do in Denver, so there's that. Is it a thing in America to powder coat semi rims at all? Dale, a funny story. There is a local shop here who did nothing but custom wheels. They sold wheels and tires. That was their whole job, and they decided they want to do their own powder coating. They had a sales guy come in and sell them a small production line type powder coating setup, but it was set up for 16.5-inch wheels that used to come on diesels and stuff here. They don't use them anymore, I don't believe, for anything. But that particular setup, that conveyor setup, didn't work for what they do, because everything they do is big wheels, like 18 plus at least. So they had to modify it. So based on the fact they sell equipment specifically to do it here, I'm sure that is a thing. I've probably done maybe 40 wheels ever that were like diesel, like big rig stuff. And that's in 12 years, so it's not, if it is a big thing, it's not a big thing in my shop, obviously. It's correct. Candies. Driver working truck owners don't normally powder coat their wheels. Yeah, you'd have to like be if you own your truck and you have like a really cool truck and you want to make wheels black or something. I'm sure that happens. Let's see. Sounds like it'd be time for a new shop equipment walk around video. Yeah, I actually, Chris, I'm gonna be doing a. I had a bunch of people ask me for like a shop tour. We are changing kind of the layout of part of the showroom. I'm doing some work. You guys will actually probably start to see it after this weekend because that's when they're going to start, and it's going to be in the background, so I won't be able to get rid of it for a week or two. And then after that's done, we're going to do, we'll do like a shop tour and kind of go around and show. A lot of the new equipment will be set up by then, so I'll try to cover it. It's not going to be the same as the explaining kind of in depth about every single piece of equipment, but it's going to be just kind of a general thing to cover what goes on in the shop. I'm probably going to use it for the intro video as well here on YouTube, just so people have a better idea. God, let's see. Let's see. Why did I skip so far? I dated a girl named Laurel. We break up, and the next day I got sent to Laurel, Montana for 9 months to build a Walmart. Oh, well. Honestly, going anywhere in Montana is probably terrible, so there's that. I've only been there a few times, and honestly, every time I was there was to go to like a country club for golf stuff. But I'm gonna tell you right now, it's a very boring place. I'm not like super outdoorsy, so I have a name in mind. When I get to that point, I just need a logo designed. Well, Andrew, if you have any ideas for a logo, shoot them over my way, and I can help you put something together. I guess really any of you members that are looking to get logos done, hit me up. I can definitely help you. It was my job for like a decade, so I could probably be of some help. I live in Louisiana and work in New Mexico right now. What the? All right, that's a bit of a stretch. Oh, that's right, JW Henry. You were the one that was near, well, not near Shreveport. You were a couple hours away, but you're the one I asked about it. What's up, Nick Knickerbocker? Gary V is awesome. Lays it straight. I 100% agree. Rocky's rocks. Yeah, mine's been awesome. Well, good, Rocky. I'm glad you're enjoying the gun. I think you just added me on Snapchat, and I saw some stuff that you were doing with it. I think that was you. Had Rocky in the name, so I assume it was you. That's why I accepted it. I've had a ton of people adding me. I think because this has I just pointed with my mouse. You guys can't see it, but because I have the little no, on this side, the little Snapchat thing over here, more and more people add me, and I basically don't get on Snapchat at all. So it's been weird just because I don't know who's adding me. I don't know who half of the people are who add me, and I'm just like, oh, I'll accept it, but I don't ever look at anything. So JW Henry, the reps from me, we'll just like flatline it somewhere at like $1,600. So, and that's of the Optiflex 2s, or the 2 or 2B, depending on which one you get. Jimmy, I know you do. Yes, Jimmy, the Kubota guy is the best. How many of you guys in here have gotten that are powder coaters? I assume most of you that are at least channel members are powder coaters. How many of you guys have got the guy he either has Kubota tractor wheels and he wants a quote, or he has his new one he has a mobile crane that has wheels and he wants a quote. If you guys have done that, just put yes with an exclamation point or something. I want to see how many of you guys have done this, because I've been in this for 12 years. That guy messages me once every like 3 months, and he always wants a quote. And it's just a big scam, obviously, but I troll him a bunch. I got multiple checks from that guy. I mean, they're all BS checks. They're not real checks, but I've gotten multiple checks from him. It's super funny. Let's see. How do you guys check part temp when there's powder on it? Do you hang the same piece of bare steel to check? No, Nick, you should be able to use an infrared gun. The only time that an infrared thermometer won't work is on stuff like chrome powder, or probably chrome plating, I would guess is just as reflective or more reflective, so probably the same issues. But yeah, if you get yourself a decent infrared thermometer, you should be good to go. The trick that I use... Sorry, I slept like crap last night. the trick that I use if I'm doing a chrome piece, if I'm putting like a base coat down, is I'll hang a similar thickness of metal and same type. So, cast aluminum, steel, steel, roughly the same thickness. And I'll use that to kind of gauge what the temperature is, just because you're not going to get a good reading with the reflection off the chrome. So, let's see. I'm an owner-operator truck driver. I powder coated the inside rims of the duals, and they still look good even after a high winter. Well, nice. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I've done a couple. I don't know what I think they're called like hot shotters. The guys who usually have like a diesel truck and then a big trailer, and they kind of take whatever they need shipped, whatever somebody needs shipped in the area, and they'll run them around. I've done wheels for some of those guys before, but that's more just like they want an all black truck, or one guy did an all white truck at one point, so I did white wheels. But I haven't done a ton of that stuff, honestly. Montana was great, but Laurel was a 2-bar hick town, and we got kicked out of both bars in the same night, and specifically told not to come back. Well, I mean, at least you enjoyed your time in Montana. I'm in Las Vegas, and it gets hot. Someone stated that they had some rims powder coated red and the clear coat over it. Sometime later, it turned pink. And it had a clear over it. Mark, that's weird. I'm coming down to Las Vegas, by the way, Mark. I will be down there in just a couple weeks. Amy and I are gonna go visit my parents. I think will be in town during that time, and we're gonna go visit them. So, turning pink though with clear over them. I mean, candy red will fade in the sun if it's under cured specifically. Having it with clear over it and having it fade though is pretty weird. I wouldn't have expected that at all. It would almost, I mean, it would, in my head, like, I can't even imagine how it could happen with clear unless they just undercured the clear, maybe. But the clear has UV inhibitors in it no matter what, so it doesn't matter what it's cured at. So I don't know how that would have happened. Are you sure that they were actually clear coated, or did they get BS'd into believing they were clear coated? Maybe. I mean, my head, that would be my first assumption. Did you design your own undone design? Again, the cans of the unicorn pussy look absolutely amazing. Yeah, so my logo, my mask logo that you guys have seen, I guess I have it on this can of unicorn pussy right here. This mask logo that you guys have seen, I use on everything. I actually designed before I was a powder coater. I designed that on an airplane at like 2 a.m. Super random, weird story. I don't even want to bother getting into, but I had designed that in Illustrator, which if any of you guys do any design work, like Illustrators for vector imaging, so it doesn't matter how big or small it is, the quality stays the same. But it was just like a fun little just goof project, and then I realized with having a mask, I was like, oh, this could actually work for me. The speakers and stuff on it don't really make sense, but I don't even think most people realize that they were speakers, to be perfectly honest with you. So Nick, grab a really good temp gun, such as a DeWalt in Milwaukee. They're precise. The difference between raw metal and coated pieces are like 2 to 4 degree difference. Ricardo, I use a Raytech Ranger. Costs a small dent. Yeah, O'Malley. Jimmy, you buy some wild stuff. Like, I can't even imagine buying that Raytech. That's wild. High-speed steel part, no mill scale. One side, the mill, and the other. It was a 20 degree difference. That seems like a lot. Was one of them was one of them catching radiant heat like directly off of a burner or something? Because 20 is like, that's a big difference. I mean, on the same piece of steel, side to side. How thick was it? I mean, I guess it has mill scale on it. Means it wasn't just. I mean, it was at least plate or something. It wasn't just like sheet metal. Lukes are good stuff. I like that design. Hey, thanks. I have artistic ideas, but I can't put on paper. Well, Andrew, give me like a verbal description. Shoot me a message or whatever, and I can put something together like roughly to make sure that we're on the same page a little bit. And then if you want to kind of brainstorm it from there, we can go from there. Absolutely, I'm down for that. I designed my first cloud logo on my phone in 20 minutes. I offered to pay my kids and my daughter flat turn me down. Oh, what a bummer. I think all you channel members in here should post your Instagrams and get everybody to follow you. I know that sounds wild, but I don't follow enough powder coaters. Honestly, I don't spend much time on Instagram though either. If you ever notice my Instagram, it gets updated like once a month or once every couple months. I'll just blast a bunch of pictures onto it. I don't even. I'm at the point now where it's like so complicated to run the business and then also, take picture or not take pictures, do video and stuff to put on the channel, and it's just like the whole thing's just been. It's just turned out to be a lot of work. Um, and my Instagram has kind of got the negative end of that. But I have a little bit of plan. There's been a lot of integration happening between Instagram and Facebook, so I'm going to try to be utilizing that a little bit better now. You guys got any other questions? I'm not like trying to bail or anything. It's only been a half hour. I just the members only chat. The members only chat is normally like loaded with questions, and this one has not been. White pony. I ask for crazy. I don't want crazy. I used to enjoy crazy when I was younger. I thought it was fun, but now not so much. Now that's less the case. Anybody? Any questions? Anything? I had 90 different people in here so far, which is, I mean, we only have 60 members, or 65 members. So, ever seen an oven made from a tube heater? Like a cyclone heater, or tornado heater, or whatever they're called? I've seen people use them to heat ovens. I've never seen one in person. Pretty much everybody I've dealt with has been like a true gas fed or, um, electric. I'm a big fan of the electric. What LED? Oh wait, you answered most of mine in the last live that I have so far. Well, good, JW Henry. I'm glad. What LED flashlight do you recommend for powder coating in the dark? um, man, I don't know the brands very well. What's funny is I think the LED flashlight that I have that I actually use on a fairly regular basis is one that was given to me in a I think they call them T prizes. So in the golf world, when you go play in tournaments, they give you this bag full of cool stuff, shirts, hats, pens, whatever. This one happened to come with a flashlight, and it's literally like the only flashlight that I like that I haven't lost. Most of the time, I just lose them pretty much right away. And this one's been awesome, but I actually have no idea what the brand is. It has a company logo on it, but I believe they were just a sponsor of the tournament. So oh, well, good, JW. Learn from other people's questions. That's the whole idea. That's a big part of the reason that I made the UKC Army group was just everybody in there being able to ask questions and get reasonable answers. I see, I think I mentioned in the last Q&A, like it's been awesome seeing how many people help other people in there. There's a lot of stupidity going down on another channel. Yeah, I know. I think I have some interesting stuff coming up for you guys, video wise, that you will really enjoy. Not directly associated with powder coating necessarily, but it will still fit the channel, I think. A little more entertaining on the side of things. Let's see. What do you do with the vent on your hopper? I hate powder going all over. I don't have a vent on my hopper. What kind of hoppers are you running, Nick? Nick Knickerbocker? Run a tube into a bucket or box. Oh yeah, so like for that type of fluidizing hopper. Okay. I thought you were talking about the hoppers that I use. I was like, oh, I don't have a vent on mine. JW Henry, the cheapest one you can get. Yeah, I mean LED flashlights are pretty much all the same. Unknown. Let's do a double powder coating job. I got some 33-inch wheels coming in. Who makes 33s now? I thought Forgiato was the big boys at 32s. I didn't think anybody else ever wanted to deal with that. I'm bummed out that I can see in the chat. I don't know. Some of you guys that are in our little group chat, that message in there is hilarious. It's funny he's not in here right now, but I'm sure I'm getting blamed for anything that goes on over there anyway, so that's fine. Use a Nebo light. It's super bright. What's your thoughts on prismatic gloss black? I did a set of wheels and I had little chrome specks, almost like a flake in them after they were cured. I mean, I would just assume that would be contamination from a previous powder job, but I don't know. I actually hate, as much as I love Prismatic, and they've done great things for me. They've done stuff for the channel. They've been awesome. Their Prismatic Gloss Black is terrible. I don't even know why they offer it. Honestly, it's a terrible powder. It's never looked good on anything I've ever seen. I think it was one of the early gloss blacks that I bought, and I was like, man, I hope that powder coat comes in better finishes than this. Because in all honesty, it's not even that glossy compared to ink black. Ink black is much glossier. The advantage of gloss black seems to hold up better, is a little more durable than ink black, as far as like micro scratches and things like that. But it's pretty terrible. Oh, JW Henry, nice. You joined there. This is the baseline for fluidizing PSI. It's probably going to depend on the hopper and on the powder. One of the things that I think people don't realize is that powders have what they call like the gravity weight or specific gravity, and so the reason that powder is sold in kind of weird, if you buy big box powder where it's sold in like 30, 50, or 30, 40, 50, and 55. And some of those will actually be the same size boxes. It's just a matter of how much the powder weighs. So the fluidizing stuff is kind of a mixed bag. There's not like a set answer, unfortunately. I guess is maybe the better way I could say that. Yeah, prismatic gloss black sucks. Nick, hey Nick, if you have a Nordson, what Nordson do you have? I've been there's a local guy selling an older Nordson, and it's apparently the Nordson that everybody loves because most of the new Nordsons nobody likes. He made a pretty good offer. He offered it to me at a pretty reasonable price, all things considered, compared to what I found him for online. And I was just trying to find more people with Nordsons who actually have some input on them. My biggest issue was the lack of parts availability. I don't have a rep here for Nordson at all. There hasn't been one here for like 3 years, I found out. So I just would worry about parts being a thing. Did you ever watch the wheel being pulled down the road? I did, Andrew, and we have. There's a video coming up that references that. I guess maybe is the best way. I don't want to spoil the surprise. Amy and I did something kind of fun, kind of referencing that. I don't know what the intent was. I don't know why anybody would have done that as a test of durability, or I don't know why anybody thought that it would have held up dragging it down a gravel road. But they don't have any powder content to put out right now, so at least content's getting out there for you guys to see. If you guys follow that channel or whatever. I had seen a couple clips of it. I guess members see everything ahead of time, so I had seen a couple clips before the video came out, and it's not for me. You're not going to find like anything like that on this channel. So the entertainment value is still there. Let's see. Ever use the chameleon powders from Powder by the Pound? Chris, I did get a color. It was purchased through Powder by the Pound. I didn't buy it, and as far as I know, they don't have it anymore. It's very similar to on Emerald Coatings Chameleon. They have one called Emerald Chameleon, if I remember correctly. It goes blue to green. A guy had bought 2 pounds of that and brought them to me to powder coat something. It just goes over black or whatever. That's the only stuff from Powder by the Pound that I have ever done, with the exception of Enchanted Lilac, which is actually an IFS, or not IFS, whoever their subsidiary company is. Beyond that, I've never bought anything from Powder by the Pound, ever. So that Chameleon was pretty awesome. I still have a little bit of it. I'm actually going to be Amy's going to be powder coating a valve cover and a piece of intake piping for a friend of ours on video. 2 Let's see. I got tired, called my wife, and then went to bed. Yeah, Andrew, it was pretty hard to take, honestly. I was a little late to it, obviously, but just finished building the box today. 58 inches wide, 92 deep, 75 tall, but I'm using a Schwank tube heater, like a radiant heater, letting the flame shoot off in the box after a 14 feet of tube. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, the tube fed ovens like you're talking about right now, I would if I were building one, I would build them the same way that the gas ovens are, where they have like the burn box that runs along the side and it just has a bunch of vents in it, and that's how the hot air gets in, just to limit how much air movement there is inside. I don't know the exact design of yours and if you've kind of compensated for some of that, but that would be my biggest fear is like, there's some ovens on YouTube that are pretty wild as far as like, that's got to move a lot of air inside, which I wouldn't want a bunch of air moving around quickly on my powder, if I have a freshly powder coated part sitting in there. You threw away your prismatic gloss black. Yeah, it was pretty rough. Well, we're gonna spend the money and get a 5-pound from eBay. You'll thank me later. I actually don't sell any hoppers. I have hoppers that go with my gun stuff, and I do have extra hoppers, but they kind of, everything's falling back into the category of I don't want to sell anything until everybody's gotten their guns that have already ordered. So I don't even want to say what I have available for people at this point. So Versus Spray. Yeah, I think the Versus Spray is the one that I was thinking of. It's an older unit, right, Nick? Oh, you just started, so can't tell me much yet. Okay, fair. Good evening, guys. What's up, Nick? Nick Mikulovich. Did I say your name right, Nick? I'm practicing new names. My girlfriend, who you guys have seen, Amy, is Hispanic, and I'm like slowly learning Spanish. So, and very slowly, like incredibly slowly. So, let's see. Nordson gave me the finger, so I'm not the biggest fan of them. That's actually, it's funny that you say that because that's what Parker did to me. So, kind of ironic that you're the one saying that, I guess, Jimmy. I bought mine used. Unknown. Is the Gema Optiflex Pro worth it? So, Ricardo, I will tell you right now, the gun is very impressive. Getting powder into, I don't know if you guys know wheels, everybody in here knows wheels super well, but SSR GT3s or GT03, depending on the year it was made. If you look that up, it's a split 5-spoke wheel where it has 2 spokes, or the split in the 5 spokes at each end is a very tight, very strange shaped corner in regards to wheels. Most guns, it's a Faraday nightmare, basically. This gun put powder into those with literally no effort. I'm going to make a video with this gun just to kind of show you guys the difference. I grabbed some footage from comparing that to an actual Optiflex 2B. This gun is significantly better. Is it $6,000 better? I don't know, man. Like that. The thing is, you're going to have to save yourself so much headache and time to make that $6,000 worth it over whatever you're using now. I mean, I guess you could sell whatever you're using now and kind of recoup some of the costs, of course, but I can't even imagine going, if you're like I'm not saying that anybody's at a hobby gun, but if you're using like $1,000 gun, jumping to this, it's going to have to impress you a lot. And I told the guy, I was like flat out, I was like, man, this is not going to have to be, 6 times better than what I'm using now. It's going to have to be like 50 times better to make it worth it to me. And the little bit that I played with it was very impressive. Even I powder coated a BBS LM face mesh wheel. It already had 3 coats of powder on it. We were actually putting a 4th on with this gun, and it went on flawlessly. Now, to be fair, I have not cured a single thing that I've powder coated with this to see what it actually looked like. But from a coverage aspect, it did absolutely amazing. Even the wrapping, like if I sprayed when the guy was kind of going through the demo stuff with me, we were just spraying the fronts of wheels and in the windows and stuff. But when I spun around to the back, most of the back was completely covered. I mean, it's impressive. I will say that. Hopefully I can do like an actual review. I'm going to do like an actual like real kind of in-depth review and try to help you guys out as much as possible. Just playing my Abby Wang gun works good. Everybody pray for me. Well, I don't pray, Jimmy, but I hope it does work out for you. So Let's see. I've only done like 4 sets of wheels since I got your gun. Oh, legendary. You only did 4 sets of wheels? Well, I mean, that's not. I guess, well, you've had it for a couple of weeks now, right? A month? So, are you like, is that, are you saying that you're slow, or, I mean, like you're not getting in a lot of work? I know that this is more like a side thing for you, obviously, so it's all just kind of new money to come in. I was going to put it in a T, then have one on each side. I wasn't sure about how much it will flow. Just hoping not too much. Fingers crossed. It's fair. Yeah, I think as long as you like really try to limit like the wind side of it. I know that sounds stupid because it's not like wind necessarily, but trying to get the wind part out of the equation, whatever you can do to make that work. Nick, let's see, no Mahalovic. Wait, what? Really? You don't pronounce any of the C or the H? All right, man. Well, whatever. I tried. I'll try to remember that for next time. I have the Faraday Nightmare going on, and you know it. I know, Jimmy. Why don't you just run up here? I'm in Utah, not terribly far away. We'll knock those things out. JW Henry, the difference between the HS2 and 03. I don't know. I know the boards inside are different, and I believe that there's more adjustment on the HS, the Hypersmooth 03, if I remember correctly. But beyond that, I'm not too sure. It's kind of bummed me out. I've reached out to the owner of Columbia a couple times trying to get some more input. Not even trying to get him to work with the channel, although if he wanted to work with the channel, that'd be great. I was trying to kind of get some info and input from him, and I haven't really gotten any. I haven't got even a response back at this point. So it's been a little bit of a bummer, but it is what it is, A for effort. Well, thanks. Thanks. I appreciate it, Nick. I try. People mispronounce my name all the time, and it's super easy. It's literally only 6 letters, and it can only be said like one way, and people still mispronounce it. So I'm going to start building my 4-wheel dunk tank. Yeah, you're dedicated. 2 wheels at a time is enough for me. That's the big advantage with rim strip. Takes it off fast enough that I don't need to be doing 4 at a time. I can put 2 in, pull them out, and rinse them. Put the other 2 in and go blast those first 2, and by the time I'm done blasting them, the other ones are ready to come out. So, I mean, you say that, Jimmy, but you can come do it. We'll knock those things out. We'll use this new Optiflex Pro. I got it for a while. He wasn't real specific, but I have mine for a while. He's just like, oh yeah, give me a call. Let me know what you think. That's all he told me. Super nice guy. I mean, sales guy. I think they're all like that. Where should I start with fluidizing PSI? I actually have no idea. You're gonna have to ask somebody else in here. Wait, Andrew, is it not just like Gerber, like what is that? Baby food? Is it baby food that I'm thinking of? Gerber? Is it not just like that? How else would you say it? Gerber? Maybe? I don't know. People are wild. I've seen I've I've seen people read names out loud of things like on a building, like on an index for what's in the building, and they'll say a name. I'm like, what? How did you even get that out of that? Doesn't make any sense. I have people all the time that I'll pronounce my name and then spell it, and then they add random letters that I didn't say, and then they'll read it back to me, and I'm like, no, where do you even hear any of those? Like, you top off, start bringing up the PSI when you see it bubbling like a pot of soup. It's good. Yeah, it's good advice, Jimmy. When it's you want it to look, it's a fluidizing hopper. You want it to look like liquid. I mean, that is the best way of explaining it. I just skipped a bunch. See, don't call him back. I just say I haven't used it enough yet. Yeah, I don't know if that's gonna I don't know if that would work, but I would love to try that. I mean, ultimately, if it sells me on it, I'll just buy one. But I can't imagine, even as impressed as I've been so far, I can't imagine that I'm just gonna jump and get one. But we'll see. We'll definitely see. JW, the HSO2 only had KV and one air adjustment, right? The 03 had hopper plus, I believe. Yeah, the dual pulse width or whatever. I know that was on there. I thought you could get. I thought that was you can get the HSO3 with that and without that, but I admittedly didn't look a ton. Yes, that is how like baby food with a knife. Yeah, yeah, Gerber. Like how else do people pronounce it? Like that's such a wild. I mean, your name is very simple, you know. You think I'm joking, John? I will seriously load them up tonight. I have the powder, dude. We can bring them up. I'm 0% joking. We can knock them out as soon as well. If I have stuff in the oven or whatever, no, but we can knock them out. No joke. Jimmy tried that. Powder is going all over, even at 1 or 2 psi. Is it a fluidized? But it's a fluidizing hopper, right? You're using like a bed hopper where it's got like a little diaphragm at the bottom with holes in it, right, Nick? HSL3 is more in my budget right now. Lots of dust. I only powder coat Ruck parts with mine, but I love the unit. Oh, Ruck, yeah, Ruckus, Rocky's Rucks, duh. Well, good. I'm glad you're enjoying it, Rocky. Let's for all there's been people concerned that they're not getting their powder coating units. I'm glad to see that there's some people that are actually enjoying them at this point. Message me somewhere and I'll shoot you a little video. Oh, that's Nick. Powder dust. That would be a good video. Wait, Andrew, what would be a good video? Sorry, I know there's like a delay in my reading and like what goes up, so. Oh, plug this in. Legendary coding, not slow, just been busy. Oh, all right. Well, hopefully you get some more experience with it. Hopefully it's not. I don't know. I definitely don't want it to be a pain. Plus, you get to meet the man himself. Well, I'm sure that I'll be plenty disappointing, Jimmy, but I like your enthusiasm either way. Oh, okay, I got you. I see what you're saying, Andrew. What's up, Mark? Where we at here? Oh, we've already been about an hour. Doing these nightmare wheels. Oh, come on, Jimmy. Have a little faith. Yeah, we could definitely knock out something. I mean, if you really wanted to. Seems like a big drive. Just do that. But I mean, I'm down either way. I guess is my point. He can prove the height questions. I was talking to Amy after that Q&A about it, and we were like, you know what we should do is like make it a joke somehow. I mean, to be fair, like I'm taller than her by a few inches. You know, probably like 4 or 5 inches taller than her, 4 inches. And we were gonna make it a joke to where like depending on like I'd have her wear heels so we were the same height, and then like do it another time, and all of a sudden I'm like way taller than her. We were gonna figure out ways to make it so our heights seemed different every time that people brought it up. But I don't know. Amy and I have come up with a couple. We've done a couple. We did like a spoof video, or working on a spoof video, I should say, and then a reaction video. Hey, thanks, guys. Let's see. Wait, let me catch back up because it just skipped down again. Because why wouldn't it? I've seen videos on it. Let's see. That's 840 from Columbia. Oh, that must be the HSO3. Height questions. Yeah, Jimmy, you're 6 feet. Well, congrats. I'm short. I don't know. Not enough color in this chat log. Well, thanks, Steve. Still short. All right, Andrew, dial it back. Dial it back. We're not all super tall. I'm in Las Vegas, where you can get good, very good hot. Somebody asked me a question. Wait, Mark, did you not see my answer from that earlier, or hear my answer from that earlier? The chances that they put clear over top of it and they still turned pink would be, I don't know what clear they would have that didn't have UV inhibitors in it. I'm sure that they make a clear that is maybe for indoor use only or something. Doesn't have UV inhibitors, but almost every clear I've seen has a UV inhibitor. So I don't know how they would have cleared it and then had the red also fade. Candy red will fade in the sun. I've seen it over time. I had a guy that had wheels for probably like 8 years, and they definitely faded in that time. But it shouldn't be an instant thing. It shouldn't happen even remotely quickly. I know obviously there's a lot of sun in Vegas, but oh, Jimmy, thanks, thank you, sir. Drive those pain in the ass wheels in a heartbeat. I mean, that's pretty dedicated, pretty hardcore. I'll give you that. I was worried about the gun I was getting from you, but honestly, worth the wait. Oh, Rocky. Oh, nice, man. Good. I mean, I get what people have been nervous about because of the delays and everything. I think you were like the second person to order a gun, but it's just been funny. It's mostly drama caused by one particular person, like this old man who he just sucks. His life just sucks, and you can tell he's bitter and wants to kind of go after other people, and that's fine. He's now he was supporting this channel and making fun of another YouTube channel that does powder coating, and now he's strictly supporting their channel and trying to make fun of mine, as though his opinion is somehow relevant to me. Hot and humid in Louisiana. Yeah, F that. Humidity is the worst. I used to go to South Carolina to go golfing when I was younger, and competitive golfing, so in tournaments and things like that. And it was we would bring lots of golf gloves because you'd sweat through them in one hole. You'd have to change to the next, change out to the next glove, and you just have them on the side of your bag trying to dry them out. It was a nightmare. JW Henry, how long did it take to get rim strip from the time you ordered it? So I got this is kind of a weird thing. So normally it only takes a couple of days. They ship it right away. They've shipped it the day I've ordered it or the next day every single time. And normally it gets here in 3 days, pretty much. So I mean, I believe it's coming out of Illinois. It gets to Utah in 3 days. This time, Matt actually warned me. He said that all the shippers that they use that go out to the east or the west coast have all been incredibly slow lately. They've been having kind of weird delays. I don't know if it's like Corona related or whatever. But he was right. So I ordered, and it went from Illinois, and sat there for 2 days, 3 days, and then just finally left yesterday. I think it got to Denver today. I'm hoping that they were transferring. I think it got to Denver actually really late last night, and I was hoping that they were transferring it, and I would get it maybe tomorrow. Is kind of my hope, because I definitely need more rim strip at this point. But so normally it's a couple days, I guess, is the best way for me to say it. They ship it right away. It's obviously going to be kind of location based, so if you're a little closer to them in where they ship from in Illinois, you might get it a little faster than I do. Hey Sean, I used the tinfoil on alligator clips today. Oh, it's like on a valve cover or something, Jimmy? I don't know if you even posted that in the chat. I was so not involved with the chat today. I actually felt bad because I wasn't in there like talking basically at all. But Houston, we got a cold front for 1 day, then it heated back up. Yeah, it's only, I mean, it's been in the 50s here today. My girlfriend hates it, but JW Henry, we call it swamp ass. Yeah, I think you and everybody else calls it swamp ass. It's brutal. Andrew, let's see. We call the same here. I have to get my W9, then I get home and order some. So you're short and old, is that what you're saying? Yeah, Andrew, I'm 39. I'm not 40 yet. Got a little bit to go still. And I'm short. I'm also fat. We can point that out too, but you guys can all see it on camera. So yeah, for sure, JW Henry. And if you can, try to talk to Matt. Matt's kind of taken on more of like a managerial role there, so he doesn't talk to people as much. If you can't talk to Matt and you keep getting stuck talking to somebody else, let me know, and I can kind of get you get you in touch with Matt. Your best bet might just be emailing Matt. I believe his information is in the description of this video, but if not, I'll post I'm going to post his business card in the UKC Army chat or page today anyway, just so people can get a hold of him. Yeah, Jimmy, did you get it? I got a tracking number pretty much right away with mine. It just sat in it sat in Missouri. There's nothing good in Missouri, so I don't know why it would ever have been there. Step outside the immediate ball sweat. So JW Henry, I know this is like not the place to do like a weird discussion here. There is a stuff. There's a stuff. There is a product. I can buy it on Amazon. They might carry it other places as well. Called Fresh Balls. It's like a lotion that turns into a powder, but it doesn't have anything like terrible in it that's bad for you, like a lot of the other similar products have. But it works like a champ. It's literally the best thing ever in the summer. So, yeah, Jimmy. Matt normally calls people right back. It's just I think Tom or somebody was saying that he couldn't get a hold of him. Oh, JW Henry, it's not in there. Here, let me. I don't know what it is. I'll post it. I'll post his business card in the UKC Army page. I guess I could probably just pull it up in here real quick. I guess we have to end this anyway. It's been a little over an hour, and I still got to run over one of my accounts that normally takes a long time to pay. Called and said they had 3 checks waiting for me. So I guess I'm gonna go over there. They're not mailing out checks apparently. So let me put his name. Upper man at expresschem.com. There you go. That's his email. Not you, Tom. The other Tom. He was saying that he was having a really hard time getting a hold of Matt. He kept getting stuck talking to somebody else. I don't remember who, but not you. I forget that there's 2 Toms in the chat now. So the other Tom. All right, guys. We're like hour and 10 minutes. Any other questions or anything? Oh, an hour and 7 minutes. It says up here. It says an hour and. Oh yeah, because I started it before I actually went live. Duh. I'm looking for loser sign spinners for you. Hey, bro, I already got all the sign spinners I need. I even found them in other states, luckily. I can't wait to put this video out. It's going to be the best thing ever. But if you guys got questions or anything, I'll give it like another minute or so. If you guys got any last minute questions. Had what was our peak concurrent viewers? No, I don't actually know how to look that part up. Stream Health Analytics. Had 134 people check this out today, which is quite a few. So, what do you do for the plastic center caps on wheels? I try to not do anything with them, JW Henry. If I have a customer specifically want something done with them, I give a couple options. If they want me to do it, I go over to a local place called National Coating and Supply. They're who make they'll take automotive paint and put it in a spray form, spray can for you. I'll go over and I'll do a little spray out of whatever color I'm doing for their their wheels or whatever. And then I'll do I'll have them put it in a can and then I'll spray paint the stuff. With that being said, I prefer they do all of that part. So I'll usually give them a spray out and say, here's the contact information, talk to this person, get a spray out. But ultimately, I try to avoid them as much as possible. It's pretty rare that center caps, truck wheels and stuff, they tend to match the center caps a lot, plastic center caps. But most car wheels, they don't match. Or you can definitely get away with having them not match and they don't look weird or out of place. White Pony. It's always the other Tom. Good for me. It's not always the other Tom. Sometimes it's you. Yeah, Andrew, only 22 likes. So only members can interact at all right now. So we have 60 members. 22 likes is pretty good. Ultimately, it's a public chat or public video, so anybody can see it, but not anybody can hit the like or dislike if you want to go that route. I don't know. I can't see the dislikes currently, so just got no details on my China shipment. Nice, Jimmy. Nice. Yeah, Jeff. He bought a product from the China from my good friend Abby Wang. I'm not a huge fan. All right. Do you got any other questions, guys? We good? We golden? Thank you guys for joining once again. If you haven't hit that like button, be sure to hit it. This will be the only time I mention it. I'm only saying that because there's 24 concurrent views and 23 likes. 0 dislikes. We're good, JW Henry. I'm sure now that I've brought that up, there'll end up being some when this goes live because I always get a couple here and there, you know. Downside of being on the internet. All right, guys. Well, then we will call it a night. So we're gonna do. Don't do it, Andrew. Don't do it. Don't do it. Well, next week, I actually did just today finalize another kind of, I guess, contract, for lack of a better term, with a new sponsor. I just didn't have time to get their logo stuff together, and I'm gonna have to change kind of the layout because I don't want the logos taking up space. Especially Amy's probably gonna be doing a lot of the public lives, so I don't want it covering her. If anything, they should be covering me because she's far more attractive than I am, obviously. So we'll get the new kind of sponsor logos in. Hopefully by next Tuesday, which is the next live Q&A, we'll have a couple more sponsors lined up, and we'll be doing some pretty cool giveaways, just kind of for everybody. We're gonna do members only giveaways, obviously, on Thursdays. Then we'll do like the general giveaways beyond that. So for every Tuesday. So I'm probably gonna go make a video about this Optiflex Pro and give you guys some first-hand knowledge of it, or at least start making a video. It's probably going to take me 2 days to record enough stuff with it, because I can't really do I don't want to do customers' parts with the new gun just because I don't, in case it doesn't work out as well as I plan. I know what my gun does. My expectations are pretty set. So, anyways, guys, thanks again. Thanks for the donations, everybody, and you guys are awesome. I will see you guys next. We'll see you guys Tuesday. You should totally come Tuesday. That's my point.